I love monk mode. It allows me to do just what I want to do and let the rest of the world just go away. I mean, that's the idea in a nutshell. It's uber focus. And all that is supposed to get you to the next level. And it does, in spades. Yet there's a point where monk mode takes its toll. There's a point when monk mode is no longer a mode. It becomes a way of life. And in that instance, at least for me anyway, I realized that what had been a volunteer way of living has become a trap. I've recently realized that I've gone into monk mode, and now I can't get out. Okay, so I have a previous video on monk mode here. There's a lot online about monk mode, and there are some who have an exact protocol to use. A lot of it is often about being productive. So how did I get stuck with monk mode? And is it possible you might also? Well, everyone is different, obviously, so I'm not sure if you would get stuck or not. I can say it's easier to get stuck when you're older, an introvert, work online, and live nomadically. The isolation is good for getting things done, and yet it's also addicting. It takes a lot more intention to get back into being social than you might think. That is the dark side of monk mode. My conspiracy mind says this is all by design, because going into monk mode or ghost mode, let's say, or being uber productive and getting away from socializing so that you can basically hustle and grind even more, that all keeps people isolated. We're at a time when it's really hard to be focused, so it really does make sense in some ways. But our isolation comes as a result, and that ongoing hustle culture, also possibly by design, keeps us grinding towards results that may not even be part of our spiritual or evolutionary journey. We're at a time when it's really hard to focus, so monk mode does make sense in some ways, but there's a cost. Our isolation comes as a result. And the ongoing hustle culture, grinding, is possibly by design, because the results, well, they may not even be part of our spiritual or evolutionary journey. They're purely for commerce. They're purely for business, for getting things done, to doing things and doing and doing and doing. So the real dark side of monk mode is the more you're in it, the more it becomes easier to stay in. The real way around this, I see it, is to treat monk mode like a sprint, meaning it's good to do with some clear boundaries on when you start and stop. It's also good to have some people who will be there to help pull you out. You can make an agreement on this, and then when it comes time, they remind you, and they help get you out of monk mode and bring you out of the world again. Especially as an introvert, it can be easy to use monk mode or ghost mode as an excuse for not going out. Although it sounds good for a while, it's good to also just be open to knowing you're a multidimensional being and need all kinds of other inputs. As for me, am I getting out of monk mode? I've been stretching my boundaries so that I do things with others a lot more, even when I think I don't want to. I know it seems simple and should be easy, yet I've grown very fond of just creating, hiking, and keeping life very simple. And I do learn a ton, yet I'm also starting to see where my experience is far outside of normal society on so many different levels that I also miss out on some of what life offers. So if you're going into monk mode as an introvert, just make some boundaries and maybe even a plan with a friend for getting rescued. Found this video helpful? Be sure to subscribe, give it a like. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.